Hi guys, trying part two, see if this works out any better. I don't know what's going on out there, why it's not working. But we will try this. See what happens. Let's try it for a second time. See what happens. Let's try the opening. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
All right.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life.
Oh!
Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way. Fresh one on the magic metal.
Figured it out, yeah.
Oh, another one for Captain Anthony.
Captain Anthony on a magic metal jig, MM5.
Anybody jig, Rocky? What jig is that? Anybody jig?
Magic metal jig.
Oh, magic.
Magic metal light.
Hernandez sponsorship.
Another legal.
Another legal. See that jig there, Cap? Little light jig. Use the link down below. You can order yours. Come out here on the Sport King and catch them.
Come on out.
Just like the captain. All right, let's see what happens. Hopefully it works better here. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Hey Daniel. Hey Robert. Eric, Lloyd. Yeah, I went inside. I don't know what's going on with the studio outside. I don't know if it's the computer. I don't know if it's the internet. No idea. Guess we'll see what happens. Hello, John from Idaho. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Was in Alaska, got home late Monday. Was in the office Tuesday and Wednesday. Today, private charter. Aaron did his first time as deckhand for me. Did good. I'm sure he's wore out his first time doing it. But everything went good. Non-stop. Now, Lloyd, the hurricane that's hitting right now hasn't touched Baja. The last I checked, it was hitting mainland Mexico. So the hotels I work with are all like 100 miles north of Cabo. So, no. That's cool, Philip. Avila 3 times in a week. Now, I know if I did this from my office, we wouldn't have any trouble because the internet there cost me almost $400 a month. But it's fiber optics and it's really fast. That's how we upload our TV shows all over the country. But here at the house, I just have Spectrum consumer stuff, and it's not very good. That's good. Thanks, Alan. All right, Terry is in her new ADU. Congratulations. That was a couple years in the making. I'm glad it's all done. Let me see what I have here for you guys. Here is what do we have? This is what we did today, why Aaron got so tired. Big sculpin, go with all our bass, barracuda, bass, and now sculpin. Catch them 2 at a time now. It's not wide open now, 2 at a time on the bass. Good job.
That bottom was probably good enough.
Fresh one. Keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, so that was today. It was really good fishing. Really good fishing. And here's our, let's see, who do I have? Paul. Is he on here? Paul. Let's see if this is the right one. Yeah, so Paul from Western Pride did a little video for us. Let us know how the fishing is. Here he is.
Hey guys, Paul in the Western Pride, Davies Locker, Newport Beach. Just a little recap, kind of what's going on here. This last week, we've had very good fishing, kind of off and on the bass. We had real good bass fishing today. We had over 100 bass today. Some red snapper and stuff for our afternoon trip. Mixed calico bass, sand bass, Lux action. The plastics, bait, dropper loops, whatever you want to use, they were biting it today. Water conditions are really nice. We got some nice weather this week. Water is about 67.5 to 68 degrees. Starting to finally stabilize here and clean up a little bit again after the wind. But we had very good fishing. Our 3 core-day trips, the Patriots been fishing Catalina Island. They've had some action on the yellowtail and some bass, some bonita over there. It's been kind of a day-to-day thing with the sea lions and all the other stuff over there, but they've been putting some nicer fish on the boat. The freelance has been fishing the beach here for the sculpin and then trying to catch a bass or something like that afterwards. Looks like pretty nice weather, stable future. Hopefully good fishing continues.
Fresh one. So that was Paul from the Western Pride. So James says he has us on Facebook and YouTube. That's good. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Well, Terry, be careful moving stuff because you've broken both legs before just falling. So maybe you need to ask your daughter or get some other help. Hey Jerry, how you doing there in Hemet? It must be really warm there. Yeah, so that's a true story that Alan's talking about. So Aaron was done cutting the fish. I had to stop the boat and help him cut fish because we had so many fish. So we got out by the harbor entrance and I stopped the boat, helped him cut fish. And after he was done, he washed his hands and he went downstairs to get some out of his backpack. And when he went downstairs, a seagull came down and grabbed his folding knife. It was all bright and orange, so I guess I thought it was a fish. Picked it up and dropped it in the ocean. So that's what happened to him. Hey Jose, how you doing? Well, good Terry, I'm glad to hear your daughter's helping out. All right, here is Alaska. That's a nice one. Good job, James.
This is easy right over the side here.
That was a fun trip. That fish was over 50 pounds. We had to let it go because it was 2 inches too short to keep, and it was way bigger than the minimum size to keep. So if you caught them 37 inches or smaller, you could keep them, which is only like about a 22 pound, maybe 25 pound lingcod. And then you can't keep them again till they're like almost 60 pounds, like 55 pounds. So that was the problem. We had to let them go. So it was fun. Yeah, so what Kevin's talking about, Brad, one of our big volunteers and good friend of mine, person that introduced me to the East Cape, right here with this 214 pound tuna he caught last week while I was in Alaska. And Kevin's nephew caught this 100 pounder. Let me see if I can put it up here. There it is. Yeah, so that's Brad's fish on the left and Ryan's fish on the right. And they did really well. That's a big fish. I haven't caught a 200 pounder, so that's a big, big fish. Yeah, Kevin's getting over his surgery on his shoulder, so he's not sure if he's going to be able to pull on it. God, they were close to San Diego, huh? Only 40 miles out. That's good. Yeah, Kevin, why don't you give us a report how you're doing? Everybody would like to know. So recovering fine, does that mean like daily drives of Tommy Burgers? All right, here's our San Diego bait report for you guys.
Going on, Dan? It's Jonas with Everything Brothers Bait Company. Just wanted to give you the bait report. At Dana Point, we're going to have 3 to 5 inch anchovy as well as 5 to 7 inch sardine. At Mission Bay right now, we just have 5 to 8 inch sardine. It's pretty healthy, but yeah, we don't have any anchovy at the moment. And at San Diego, we're going to have both 3 to 5 inch anchovy and 5 to 7 inch sardine. The water temperature is creeping up, so it's a good time to take less bait than you normally do. Talk to the barge guys, ask them how the bait's looking. We'll help you out. Right now, been up and down. Fortunately, 2 of our barges have anchovy. Hopefully soon at Mission Bay, we'll also get more anchovy. It's been very healthy so far. Everything's looking good. Hopefully we'll get the season going. Thank you, guys.
So when he says get the season going, I think he means daytime tuna fishing. Because daytime tuna fishing is what everybody's waiting for. When you don't have to just fish jigs at night. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I could bring the questions up. So this is what Kevin says. He's recovering fine. Learned something new today. What does John say? Yeah, John, you could drop off the reels at the office. That's not a problem. We do not have any trips out of Santa Barbara this year, but we do have a trip out of Oxnard. So you could use your credit and come fish with us at Oxnard. I think that's how much it is, $125 trip. So you could call Monica on Tuesday. Remember when you guys call the office, talk to Monica. She's there for a very short window. She's only there from 8:30 in the morning to 12 noon. So you got to reach her before 12 noon. Okay? So call her before 12 noon and she can help you with that stuff. Jose, do you make cutting boards? I know you do wood stuff, but do you make like a kitchen cutting board? I broke mine. Jose, what's a good setup to hook size? Size 4, size 2. The anchovies we had today were really big, so we were using size 1 live bait circle hooks. The people I had today really didn't have much fishing experience, so we were using circle hooks so they wouldn't have to think about when to set the hook, and they did really well. I don't know if you saw in the video that one lady was catching 2 at a time. So we'll see. Yeah, Cal, if you want to catch yellowtail at San Diego, I'd really recommend you get on a boat going to Coronado Islands. Coronado's probably going to be your best bet to catch a yellowtail right now. John, out of Oxnard, we are going to be on the Carloma. Haven't fished on that boat for a long time. Oh, you're the knife sharpening guy. Sorry. Different Jose. I thought maybe the Jose that volunteers with us, because he does wood too. Okay, Jose, yeah. I know which one you are. All right, cool. Kevin's going to be at the Kids Club meeting. Yeah, so don't forget volunteers. Kids Club meeting this Saturday. I will be dead tired, having come back from Alaska and doing 2 private charters back to back. I did load up my truck yesterday with our cart, fishing tackle, our tackle box, and all that. So, let me look that up for you. The trip on Oxnard. Now I do have that trip too on July 2nd. July 2nd on the Gale Force. That trip has 12 spots open still. So I'd like to fill that up so we can get out that day. It's a meet and greet trip. So if any of you are interested, that's the Gale Force trip there. Let's see my trips. That's probably charters, filming trips, fishing with Dan. Okay, we have a trip coming up on the Pride overnight, June 29th. It was all sold out until yesterday. 3 guys that work together have to go out of state. I think they said they have to go to Tennessee. So they need to cancel their spots. We're trying to sell them for them. So if any of you are interested, we need 3 people to fill that up. There's a link for that for June 29th. Sorry, June 28th. Departing June 28th. Fishing on the 29th. And coming back on the 29th. So we need people for that one. And then the Carloma is going to be on August 10th. August 10th will be the Carloma. Yeah, Kevin, I think the problem with the audio is I moved too far back from the computer. Yeah. Yeah, part of the reason I booked that trip on Carloma is because Robert lives there, and I feel bad when he drives so far south to come fish with us. And the date that the boat's available is one of the few days he can't go fishing. So here's the link for the Carloma. But that's not till August, so we got plenty of time for that one. The trip I need help with right now is the 28th on the Pride. Like I said, it was sold out, but 3 people had to cancel because of work. So we're trying to help them get their money back. So we can get 3 people on there, that would be awesome. So we can help them out. Okay. Tyler, are you fishing right now, or are you just saying that happened today? Oh, cool. So Alan and the boys are going to be on the Pride trip too. It's our first overnight trip of the year. It's our first overnight trip of the year, so it'd be great. Yeah, they've been catching a lot of white sea bass. They've been fishing up north, running up to the Channel Islands. So that's how they've been getting it done. So I'm guessing that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to run up to SBI. I don't think we're going to run to Clemente. If we ran to Clemente, it'd be strictly yellowtail, but I think we're going to run to SBI. Maybe I'm farther north, but I'm guessing SBI, where they've been catching white sea bass. So we shall see. Should be a fun trip. So we have room for 3 people. If you guys can join us, that would be awesome. Want to get that trip full. And then August 10th again. August 10th we will be on the Coraloma. Yeah, so that Pride trip departs on June 28th, fishing June 29th, and returning on the 29th. Yeah, I hope we get some white sea bass too. Yeah, John, you can use your credit on any of the trips. You just have to call Monica so she can apply it. That's all you have to do. Yeah, you can use your credit on that trip. That's not a problem. That's what credit is for. Use it whenever you want to use it. There's Jose. Jose, I was asking earlier, do you do cutting boards? I need a cutting board for my kitchen. Mine broke. Hey, John, Tuna Slayer, how you doing? You fish with us down in Dana Point. All right, so here's a little behind the scenes video I made. I'm sure some of you already saw it, but it's about my good friend John, who I went to college with and who's one of my cameramen. Here's a little video for you guys. Hi everybody, I'm up here in Craig, Alaska. It's season 39. 39 years I've been doing this. And I want to give you one of those behind the scene moments that I've been talking about that I want to share with you. And something you don't know about me and the TV show over the years. So 39 years ago when I started, the first TV show I did was called Fish On. And my first cameraman back then was a friend of mine that I went to college with. And he also helped me get my photography started too in Montebello. So John and I go back to LA Trade Tech days, and John is right here. So John came back after retiring from his day job as a professional photographer to film for me. How many years has it been now? Well, 4 years. 4 years. So 4 years ago he came back, and he's with me, and we're on this journey to get to at least season 40. So I want you to know, John was my very first cameraman, and he's back again. It's been 4 years now, and we've been friends for all this time. And just a little behind the scenes that you didn't know about, and I wanted you to know. And John and I have fished all of Central America, Mexico, Canada, Alaska, all over the world. Has it been fun?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
He's been with me when we almost got kidnapped in Guatemala. He's been with me in El Salvador when our helicopter got shot at. He's been with me out in Mexico right after hurricanes. And been out here in some awesome experiences in Alaska too. All right, guys, I just want to share the behind the scenes with you, introduce you to John, one of my longtime friends, and one of the reasons the TV show looks so good. Anything else?
No.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye-bye. So that's John. Thought I'd share that with you guys. All right, here's a little report from today's charter again. For those of you that missed it earlier, here's today's. Again, these are people that don't really fish much, but they had a great time with us. It was a lot of fun. Big sculpin, go with all our bass, barracuda, bass, and now sculpin. Catch them 2 at a time now. It's that wide open now, 2 at a time on the bass. Good job.
That butter was probably good enough.
Okay, so Real Time is out saying that he didn't know fishing could be so dangerous. So the episode where we got shot at in the helicopter, we were not fishing. No, we were in a helicopter in El Salvador, getting B-roll footage around the country. And when we were there, it was pretty dangerous. Anytime we went anywhere outside of the compound where we were fishing, they would make us travel by bulletproof car. I don't call it armored car, but it was like Suburban where the windows couldn't come down. It was super heavy and had doors that bullets couldn't penetrate through. And the windows didn't come down because they were bulletproof. So we got shot at because the pilot wanted to show us where the guerrillas had lived during the war. And as we were circling around there, I guess it looked too lifelike because John was hanging out the helicopter with this big camera, which from down below, I'm sure looked like a machine gun. And the pilot told me to tell John to get inside because we were taking small arms rounds to the helicopter. So that's what happened on that one. Guatemala was a different story. Again, we were not fishing. We had been invited by the president of Guatemala to go to Tikal, I think that was the name of it. Their big national park where all the pyramids are. And 28 people were taken hostage that day. But thanks to the guard, the tour guard or tour person that we had that they gave us, we weren't one of them. So he saved us from that. Yeah, maybe I need to write a book. But yeah, that's what all that was about. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Fish Killer. Yeah, it was a lot of fun today. Especially when you have people like that that don't know anything about fishing. I think one of the boys had been fishing maybe 5 years ago, and he's in college now. And then the other boy had just works as an accountant, so he got some big awards. That's why they did that. That's cool. So you're going to be fishing on the Western Pride. Yeah, so on the Western Pride, you'll probably be fishing with Paul, a friend of ours. So look forward to that. It should be fun. All right, Kevin, good night. See you on Saturday. And let me play the Alaska one for you guys one more time for those of you that are late. That's a nice one. Good job, James.
This is easy right over the side here.
Jimmy, the weather was awesome. The best weather I've ever seen there. I didn't wear a raincoat in 3 days. And 2 of the days, you could have just fished in shorts and t-shirts. I don't know if you saw our captain there. He was in a t-shirt all 3 days. No jackets at all. It was just the best weather I'd ever seen there. Unbelievable. So it was really good. What outfits to take on the Pride trip? I can tell you next week as we get closer, but I would guess you're going to need a 20-pound outfit, a 30-pound outfit, and a 40 or 50-pound outfit. Normally when they fish the sea bass up there, they like to fish 40 and 50-pound. But I would say you probably need a 30 or 25-pound too to do some calico bass fishing. And you're going to be halibut fishing, so you could use 30 or 40-pound for that. But when they get into those big white sea bass at first light in the dark, they're fishing 50-pound. So that's normally how it goes. But I'll know more next week when I talk to the captain and ask for his tackle recommendations. All right. All right, any last questions? I need to go grab some dinner, take a shower, go to sleep early. Tomorrow I'm taking Rocky out for a private charter. Do it all over again. See Aaron down there. Hopefully he's recovered by then. Now he knows what to expect. And he had it easy. It was the first charter that we did where deckhand didn't have to do the anchor, didn't have to pull the anchor in. Everything was all automatic. Worked really good today. The Pride trip departs on June 28th and fishes the 29th, returning on the 29th. If you want to really go, I would sign up tonight because it's going to sell out. It was sold out and it just opened up. The spots just opened up because of the those guys, 3 guys had to go to Tennessee to go work. So yeah, so that's the dates there. Leaves the 28th, fishes the 29th, back the 29th, so come join us. Hey Commander, good evening. No, you don't need fluoro for fishing at nighttime or fishing at first light. If it's the middle of the day, you know, sometimes we catch them 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 noon, then yeah, fluoro will work. But for that first light stuff, when they're fishing 50-pound, you don't need fluoro. It's in the dark. All right, guys, I'm going to go get some rest, take a shower. See you guys next Thursday. And all the volunteers, hopefully I'll see you Saturday. Jose and Kevin and everybody else, Brad, Robert, all you guys can make it. I will see you Saturday. Saturday at Leg Lake for the kids club meeting. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Good night. Thank you guys.